where's our people at? Like, where's she at? Like, where's Kelly? Where's Kelly at? You know what? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you, James. We're just waiting on Kelly.
We don't need to wait on Kelly.
Okay.
Let's go. I don't want to wait on Kelly.
First question for Annie from Annie Constable.
Hey, James. The lineup that you used in the third quarter, Dana, Lexi, Ruthie, Diamond, and Steph, what was your thoughts in putting those five out there together?
I got tired of watching what I was watching, and I should have stayed with it.
So after a game like this, and you said you got tired of watching what you were watching, what's your message to the team in the locker room?
They got to have some accountability about themselves. They let Tina Charles come in here 2 games in a row and do what she want. Let her catch the ball whenever she wants to catch the ball. It's too easy. Like, we can't just glide through games. You got to play every game like it's your last. Mm-hmm. And we didn't. So.
Obviously 2 more games of the regular season, but what's the biggest threat to this team's hopes of a deep playoff run?
It's them. Like, you got to play every game like it's your last. You can look at our roster on paper and say, hey, they're great. But if you don't play like it's your last game ever alive, then your day is going to be cut short. It's just how it is. You got to have pride. And we didn't have any tonight. It was just evident from the beginning. No pride.
Thanks, James.
Next question from Eric Wilson.
Coach, good afternoon. Just got a quick question. Can you speak to Natasha Cloud and how she was able to disrupt you for 37 minutes?
Yeah, she was great. She played with heart. That's a player that, you have to admire the heart and the grit that she plays with. And if you don't, respect her, she's going to put you on your heels. And she's going to make sure you feel her from the beginning. And that's what she did to us tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
Next question from James K.
Hey, Coach, I apologize for the noise around me. But just that going back to that lineup where you throw it, like you put in Dana, Lexi, Kalia, and so on. Is that something that you guys have is that a lineup you've used in practice before?
I mean, we practice starters against bench sometimes, but I just didn't feel like everybody came with the mentality to come ready to play. And so I just got tired. The energy for me wasn't good. And I'm a coach that coaches on energy, and that's what I need because that's what I give. And when you don't give it, then I don't think you're respecting the game plan.
Absolutely. What can you just say about the benches or that group bringing you back into this game against, the Mystics were shooting 40% from 3 and 50% from the field at that point.
I should have stayed with them, honestly. So that's my biggest regret from the game. I wish I would have just stayed with the bench and just ran them in the ground. We didn't have many players that showed up tonight, so the bench came and gave us a boost, and they earned the right to finish it off, and I should have just stayed with them.
One last thing for me, this is the first game I saw live this year, and just the physicality that or the physical play that defenders are using against Ali, just off the ball. Is that something that she's been talking with you about, and what adjustments is she trying to make, trying to evade offenders that way?
She got to keep moving, but when they're allowing people to run under our shooters' legs, and we're not getting those calls. But that's not the reason we lost or anything. But we just have to keep her to keep moving, and hopefully a few calls will go our way when they're running up under us and stuff like that. So,
thanks, Coach.
Next question from Nove Wilkes.
Hey, Coach Wade, tough loss. I just want to go back to the energy thing. Do you think some of it had to do with the long break you guys are on, or you just think the starters just didn't come ready to play tonight?
They just didn't come ready to play. I don't think, you play the game. You just have to appreciate what it gives, and you got to be ready to give your all.
These days is just not.
Kelly, could you please go on mute, please? So the energy that that you just have to give energy. It wasn't about anything tactical, layoffs or anything. I just thought our energy wasn't good. We weren't ready to play at a pace that's committed to winning. And that's what we gave. Like we gave what, we gave what, and we got what we gave. And what we got was an L because we deserved the L.
Thank you.
Next question from Allison Moran.
Hi, James. So sorry about tonight's game, but I had two questions for you. Number one was, can you comment a little bit about Shatori and what she did to you guys on both ends? 14 points and I think it was 6 assists, something like that.
Yeah, she made us uncomfortable. She drove us all night. And we never respected the scout to actually do the things that put her outside of her comfort zone. So she was just able to be comfortable. Once you do that, all the players in the league can play. Doesn't matter. And I said it even the day before the game. It doesn't matter who Washington have in a jersey. They all can play basketball. You just have to respect the scout as it's given.
Thanks for that. The second thing I had for you was the Sky has already clinched a spot in the playoffs, cannot move up or down that, can't move up or down that.
We can move down.
You can move down. Yes,
Yeah.
you can. You can move down. But would you say that might be one of the motivating factors for the Mystics play tonight? Because they're hanging on to the last spot, I believe. And I'm just wondering if perhaps, as much as it's not an excuse, is that part of maybe the reason why for the lackluster play on the part of the Sky tonight?
No, I think maybe it's a motivating factor as far as they're concerned, but winning basketball games has to motivate you as much as you want to breathe, So we should be motivated every day. We haven't put together a season that is to anybody's liking. Like nobody looks at our team and like, oh, we want to be like the Sky. Like we have to be motivated every day. And that's how much winning has to mean. If it doesn't, if you're just satisfied with just being in the playoffs, then it's hard for me to coach that kind of energy. So I hope that's not it.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
There are no more questions for James. James, thank you.
Hi, you guys. Stephanie and Azrae are in the shower right now, so they will be out in just a moment, just a few more minutes. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thanks for joining us, Steph. First question from Annie Costable.
Hey, Steph. Another game where energy seemed to be a bit of an issue. So, as you guys close out the regular season, what's the biggest threat to this team's hopes of a deep playoff run?
Ourselves, honestly. Like you said, it's really a more, internal thing that we all have to have a little bit more pride. We just have to pick it up. We know what we have to do. We know how to play basketball. But every team, every player in this league knows how to play basketball. So it's going to come down to the little things. And now that we're getting into the playoffs, now that we're getting into the playoffs, it's just going to get worse. Everyone's going to step it up even more. So these are practice games for the playoffs, in the way of just playing like every game is a playoff game, and getting ready for that. So we just got to pick it up. And we know what we have to do.
Is the lack of consistency in putting those games together concerning at all to you guys as you approach the playoffs?
I don't think so. I think we all know what we're capable of. So for us, it's just, it's a long season, and we've played a lot of games. So we just got to make sure we're ready for every game. I don't think it's a concern because, like I said, we know how to play basketball. We believe in ourselves. We believe in each other. It's just about doing it.
And then Tina Charles once again came in and finished with the double-double, 31 and 10. So on the court tonight, what was the biggest struggle in just defending her and taking her out of her spots?
Well, she's all-star for a reason. I think has she been an MVP? She's just a great player for a reason. I don't think we made her uncomfortable enough, to be honest. I don't think we made her kind of question things enough. So we have to be better in that aspect. We're gonna, in the upcoming games and then the playoff games, we're gonna play amazing post players like that too. So we just got to be more, we just got to be harder to play against, really.
Sorry, last one for me. You guys can't move up in the standings, but you can move down. So is there any urgency or any concern when you consider that?
I mean, yes, there's always concern. If we can stay where we are, we get the home court advantage. So yeah, I mean, that's always gonna be in our minds.
Thanks, Steph.
Thank you.
Next question from Eric Wilson.
Hey, Steph, I just wanted to ask you about Natasha Cloud. She played 37 minutes. What makes her such a great player?
Probably her explosiveness. When she comes off ball screens and really whatever action she's running, she just comes off really hard, really fast. Doesn't really play with the ball too much, which is, I think, a good thing when it comes to a guard. And she has really great composure for a younger guard. So yeah, she's not easy to guard.
And then Coach Wade said he kind of wished he would have stuck with that unit of you, Lexi, Dana. He wished he would have used you more. What does that mean to you to know that you were able to provide a spark and kind of keep the sky in this game?
I mean, it's my job. We're all being asked to do maybe things that we're not used to. We all have to be ready on any night to play big minutes, little minutes. We have a lot of good players on this team. So, I'm just here to play whatever role I need to, and do it well, to play hard. So, I mean, I'm just proud and happy that, the bench, we were able to come in and provide that spark for the team.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question from Allison Moran.
Hey, Steph, sorry about this game. Can you attribute the lack of energy tonight to the long layoff, or what was the particular reason for that?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone knows. I just think it was kind of it's hard when you're not making shots to create kind of create that energy when you're not hitting those big shots, those open shots. We missed a lot of layups that we shouldn't. So I don't know what to, say the reason for the energy was, but we got to fix it.
Definitely. Talk about your next game, and a bit shorter, I believe, but still you need to, will this change how you're going to prepare for the next game this week?
I don't know. You'll have to ask James that.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, I mean, I don't know. We've been practicing hard all week. I don't think, this game has anything to do with like our practices or anything. We've been competing and playing really hard. all week. So we'll probably just get ready for that game the same way. We have played Vegas twice already, so we know what we're preparing for.
Great. Thanks, Steph.
Thank you.
Next question from James K.
Hey, Steph, thanks for your time. When you just look over the last 5 games heading into this one, you were second. I mean, this team was second in the league in points per game, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. But like what did you see from the offense today? Just like what specifically did you think didn't go well in terms of like the first 3 quarters of this game?
I don't know. I mean, we weren't making shots. A lot of teams go under us on screens. And I don't think we were setting enough good screens to get our guards open, to kind of create lanes, which is what we're really good at. So yeah, I don't know. It's shots that we know we can make. There has been games that we make all of those. So a lot of teams have nights like this. We just have to be better on defense.
Definitely. And what can you just say about the energy of, again, Eric just mentioned that 5-person lineup of you, Kalia, Dana Evans, Lexi, and Diamond. I think that's what
It was Ruthie.
And Ruthie, excuse me.
Okay.
Just what can you say about the energy that you all brought during that 6-minute stretch when you brought the team back into the game?
I mean, again, it's what we have to do. It's our job as a bench. You got to come in and be ready at any point, and kind of provide that spark, whether it's energy on defense, whether it's scoring. I'm just glad that we were able to provide both, in those minutes to bring us back in the game.
Thanks, Steph.
Done.
Sorry about that. Last question from Nove Wilkes.
Starving.
I'll make it quick, I promise. My question is just consistency has just been a problem with Chicago this entire season. Can you just give your opinion on what you think the problem has been this season with you guys finding that right consistency?
I mean, I think if we all knew the problem, we wouldn't be as inconsistent. I don't know. I don't think any of us really know what the problem is. I don't think there's necessarily a problem. It's just a matter of, everyone's going to have off days. We just got to pick each other up and be there to kind of support each other. And, I think a lot of times for us, when a few of us are good, we're all really good. And then when a few of us maybe aren't great, I feel like we all kind of aren't great. So we just have to learn how to kind of feed each other, whether it's positive energy, whether it's making shots, whatever it is, just having each other's backs.
There are no further questions for Stephanie. Stephanie, thank you.
You're on.
Good afternoon, Azure. First question from Nove Wilkes.
Hey, Azure.
Hey, how are you?
I got 2 quick questions for you. A new season high for you tonight. How do you feel that your body is coming along since I believe it was your knee injury?
Yeah.
Your knee. How do you feel that your body is starting to come along since your knee injury?
It's been feeling pretty good, honestly. Just been staying thankful for that. Getting massages and stuff like that, but it's definitely been coming along well, and I feel pretty good.
And in the fourth quarter, when you guys were reinserted, Candace pretty much gave you a prep talk. Can you give us a little insight on what she said to you? Like after that, she you just elevated your game.
Yeah, she was just telling me to be more decisive, and I've been struggling with that, just overthinking or being hesitant. And she was just saying, no matter what, when you get out there, just be more decisive in what you're doing. Even if it's wrong, just be decisive. And that really helped me to just kind of get out of my head and just be more decisive with my decision making.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Next question from Annie Costable.
Hey, Azre. James just talked about again, a lack of urgency, lack of energy from the starting five tonight. You finished obviously with 18 and good numbers from other starters, but what was missing energy wise and defensively from the starting five?
I think just being more locked in on the different schemes, that we have set up. We just got to do a better job of being more, keyed in on that. But I mean, I really think it just comes down to energy. I had some big defensive mistakes in certain plays in the first half and others as well. But we just, have to bring that energy, just hustle more, fight more, and play more together, especially on the defensive end.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Tina came in and again had a big night here, 31 and 10. What were some of the challenges of shutting her down?
I think taking away some of her patent moves, and I could have done a better job of helping out, trying to come and trap her, being more decisive with that, and just clogging up her space more. We've seen other teams that did that and they were successful with that. So we could have done a bit better job of that. But I think just taking away her tendencies and making her score in other ways. And
then lastly, in the standings, you guys are at 6 right now, but could potentially move down if a couple more losses are had and a couple more wins by the Wings are had. So what kind of sense of urgency or fire does that light, knowing that 6 isn't a lock for you guys?
A huge sense of urgency. We just got to learn from this loss and get back in the film room and practice and really hone in on, what we're going to do moving forward, so that we can finish out the season strong.
Thanks, Azrae.
Thanks.
Next question from Eric Wilson.
Azrae, I appreciate your time. I just had one quick question. Could you speak to Natasha Cloud? And she played 37 minutes tonight. What was she able to do to kind of disrupt your energy and the team's flow this evening?
I think she just got to the middle of the floor. There's a few times where she just was able to get down the lane and finish uncontested. And so that kind of got into the teeth of our defense. And we got to be better with that, just taking away players' tendencies.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
No more further questions for Azrae. Azrae, appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone. Please be on lookout for availabilities coming this week.
Thanks.